So basically I'm up in these attics making sure that one, everything is clean so that we can get it insulated, and then two, making sure everything that needs to be sealed with fire foam is sealed so that we're ready to move to the next step in the process. An example being right back there, you can see the light. That one needs to be sealed up before we can get insulation up here so we don't have any air from the outside making its way in or vice versa. But if you look around, you can see everything is pretty clean. There's no big bits of trash laying around, so this one's looking pretty good. It's hot. One other point is about the importance of getting pictures and videos, just documenting, so that way you have something to refer back to, one, to show that you did it, and two, if there's ever any, if one of the trades workers needs to go back, like for examples, the electricians need to go back and find where a wire is located behind the drywall, you have pictures and you can find it very easily. Now I'm in another unit that's getting locked in, and there's some scraps of wood up here, a little bit too heavy to carry down, and too big to carry down on my own, so I'm going to cut it up with a reciprocating saw, check the nail plates in here, make sure that everything is correct, put fire foam where fire foam is needed, clean up, just get it ready for the installation so that it's clean and neat and tidy and looks how I want it to look. Exactly, so that's what I'm about to do right here. once you get up on the ladder, you'll be able to see back in over here. I'm gonna have to foam that. Any opening to the exterior needs to be foamed over and sealed up, so that way once the drywall gets on, there isn't any way for moisture or wind or anything from the outside to get inside. So that's the purpose of sealing up all these little cracks and crevices. So what I need to do next is basically counting 10 feet in. So each one of these trusses is 2 feet between each one of them. So I need to basically go in 10 feet. So I'll probably estimate right about here. And in between this firewall, the blue wall, and the truss, I need to add in foam. And basically what that's doing is creating a cavity where it's blocking off. So if there were a fire that came up this wall and got into here, it's not going to penetrate to that portion of the wall, essentially. So it's basically meant to contain fire. So every 10 feet is what I'm going to be sealing. So there will be another foam wall in between this this truss up here and the firewall going up right there, and then another one right over here, and probably one more right about here, just estimating. But yeah, so that's the next thing to be done. And then gotta get this bad boy connected right here. If you look, that's going to the vent. So if you follow this vent, it is going all the way over right here. So this is a bathroom vent you turn on. It's the fart fan that you use to get the humidity out of the air when you shower. So that needs to be hooked up. And then I've got to foam right here around this external pipe. This is the fresh air intake. Any pipe, anything that goes to the exterior of the building has to be foamed around, and I mentioned that earlier in the video. So that all has to get foamed around. Any other little spots, all of these nails right here get hammered in closer to the wall so they don't cause obstructions when the drywall gets hung up, and then subsequently when the flooring gets installed afterwards, because this whole unit is dry or hardwood. So each one of those little spots are going to get nailed in a little bit. And all of this is precursor to the framing inspection. It's also called the builder's inspection, which is prior to getting insulation filled in. So basically it'll go all of your regular inspections, the plumbing, the electrical, the HVAC system, which is up here in the attic, and then it'll go framing inspection. Once you pass your framing, then you're allowed to insulate. Once you insulate and get all of that inspected, you can go on and install your drywall, and you can start trimming out. And at that point, you're starting to get towards the end of the process. You'll get your cabinets in, you'll get your tops in. You start to see the final product of the home. So that's where we're at right now.